As an online arbitrage Amazon seller, finding profitable products is one of the most important skills you can have, but a lot of new sellers really struggle to find profitable products. In today's video, I'm going to show you my top 3 beginner-friendly sourcing methods to help you become a flip finder instead of wasting hours scrolling through the internet with nothing to show. Let me show you what I got. Before we get started, my name is Desmond. I'm a full-time Amazon online arbitrage seller, and I'm here to help you start or scale your Amazon online arbitrage store. Now, when I first started Amazon, there wasn't really a lot of information out there about how to do this kind of stuff aside from your typical guru whose intentions are honestly to sell you some type of course or training or coaching, and that's where I'm a little different. I'm not out to sell you anything. I just want to help. So that's why I created Flip Finder Network. It's a good community. We've got a Discord channel where we talk a lot amongst ourselves. I'll link that in the description. And I want to show you right quick our website before we get into this video because there's some really useful free resources. So if you go to our website, flipfindernetwork.com, again, I will link it in the description. And there's a couple ways you can do this. So we have a free resources page where there's a couple of things. I've got to add a page here. It's kind of a little bit confusing how I've got it set up. I got to fix that. But we've got a couple different free resources. So we have a beginner's guide. This is if you are brand new to Amazon or you haven't even started an Amazon store yet, but it's something you're interested in. This is the guide for you. This is a step-by-step how to start an Amazon store. It walks you through how to create the business, all the different things you're going to need. It walks you through all the supplies you need for shipping. I've got everything linked. It's very beginner friendly, step by step, hold your hand kind of stuff. That's the guide you want. But if you already have an Amazon store and you're interested in learning a little more about sourcing, this is the one you're going to want. I have a sourcing checklist. This is 8 steps to qualify winning online arbitrage leads. This is to help you stop making bad buys. This is the same method that I use and have used for years. I wrote it down on a piece of paper years ago, 8 steps. Follow them step by step. If all 8 qualify, it's a good winning product. So all you got to do is click on the free download here. It'll take you to the page. Fill in your email address and your name. Agree to our terms and conditions. That's just legal mumble jumble, and you will get it delivered directly to your inbox. It's a little hard to find the sourcing checklist. If you scroll on the free sources page, you can see I've only got the beginner's guide here, but if you click the free resources page, it actually takes you to the checklist here. So I'm going to have to add another little tab here so people don't miss that. But go check it out. Again, I will put the link in the description. Totally free. And you'll also get access to our weekly newsletter where we talk about a lot of good Amazon stuff, a lot of tips and tricks. And if you join our Discord channel, we talk a lot over there, and a lot of that stuff doesn't really make it to YouTube sometimes. So you get early access to some things, and there's always something going on. So check it out. The first sourcing method I want to talk about is really the easiest, and I'll give you a really good example here. We've got these Foster Grant glasses here on Amazon, right around the $30 price point. I found them over here at Walgreens. They are buy one, get one free today. And also, I pay attention, you got to do this. Look up at the top here. We can see we can actually stack an extra 20% discount on top of the buy one, get one free. So we're just stacking multiple layers of discounts. And that is the key to being successful with online arbitrage. You've got to learn how to get products at a deep discount. So if we take our $34.99 here, and this is RevSeller, by the way, this is the profit calculator that I use. It is amazing and it is cheap, which is not something you find often in the Amazon online arbitrage software space. A lot of the softwares are $40, $50, $60 a month plus. RevSeller is going to come in at 99 bucks a year. It does all the profit calculations you need. You can link it to your Google Sheets. You can see all the information that the other bigger guys that charge you a lot more do. Check it out. Link down below. $34.99 here. We're going to get that 50% discount multiplied by 0.5. But don't forget, we're stacking that extra 20% on top of that. We're getting these glasses for $14. Buy box in a $29.90. We're looking at about a $6.50, almost a $7 profit here, and 46% ROI. Great product, especially if you're a beginner. Keep a chart looks pretty good. Our offer count is falling off, which has caused the price to come up a little bit in the last couple of weeks. But even prior to that, we were kind of hovering around that $27 mark. And even if this comes back to $27, we're still nice and profitable. Still $4 profit, a little bit low on the ROI, but that's not the end of the world. So what can we do from here to find more leads? So this only works if it's a variation, but this is the easiest way to multiply your online arbitrage leads. So if you find a product that is profitable and it has variations, you are really missing out by not checking the variations. So we're going to come down here to Keepa, click on our variations tab, and you can see there are a ton of variations on this listing. So chances are, if this one was profitable, I can almost guarantee you we can find other variations that are profitable as well. Now, this can be a little tricky for beginners because variations are a little confusing for new people, and you can really make some expensive mistakes by not knowing what to look for in the variations. But don't worry, I'm going to walk you through exactly how you need to navigate this section of Keepa. The most important thing to pay attention to when you're looking through variations is the offer count. Now, obviously the ratings matter. Obviously the rank matters. But the most important part of a variation is the offer count. Offer count fluctuations are the best indicator that a product is selling. And here's some really good examples in this screen right here. So we can see our offer count on these top probably 3 or 4 variations are constantly moving, and that's what we're looking for. We want to see movement in the offer count. But if I scroll down here a little bit lower, you can see there's also tons of variations that don't really have a lot of offer count movement. Now, does that mean that those variations do not sell at all? Absolutely not, but they're definitely selling significantly slower than the top couple variations. So let's pop open a couple of these. I got to figure out which one we are currently on. I think it's going to be this one, 2X. Let's scroll back up. So shiny tortoise and a 2X. That is the one we're on. So it looks like we've got a 2.5 here. Let's pop this one open right quick. Take a look. 2650, a little bit lower. Looks like I've already looked at this before, which is common in the online arbitrage. Once you start doing this stuff for years, every day, you're going to run across the same products over and over, and those are the ones you need to pay attention to. So let's see if they got them in stock. 250 here, again, paying, I think 14 was correct. Let's do that math again just to make sure. $34.99 with a 50% discount, but don't forget we are stacking that extra 20% on top of that. At a $26.50 buy box, making around $3.50. ROI is a little bit under where I like to be here. I typically recommend new sellers shoot for a minimum of $3 and 30% ROI. So you can see this one here is at 25. It falls just a hair below that, but I got something we can do. So watch this, and this is top secret stuff, online arbitrage type of deal. Card Depot. Nope, what's it called? Card Bear. That's it. There's a couple different discounted gift card websites. Card Bear is the place where you go to see who has it cheapest. So there's multiple different websites that sell discounted gift cards. There's Card Cash, there's Card Depot, there's a couple other ones. Card Bear is basically a platform where you can look at all of the gift card platforms and see who has it cheapest. So let's see if we can get some Walgreens discounts here. Skip past this little ad. So it looks like Gift card saving, we can get about a 13% discount. Now, I personally haven't heard of gift card saving. I'm not saying they're not legit, but you do need to do your diligence when you're looking at buying discounted gift cards. I personally have used Card Cash, Card Depot, and GCX with no issues, so I'm very comfortable buying discounted gift cards from those places. So it looks like we can get about 6.5% here from Card Cash. And if we add that into our buy cost here, so that's going to put us at a point, let's see, 6.5% is going to be 935. Now we're getting these for about 13 bucks. That brings our net up to about $4.50, but it boosts that ROI above that 30% minimum that we're shooting for. Now, another thing to pay attention to here is Amazon's telling us that 100 plus have been bought in the last month. We know this is a fast moving variation. And that is a really easy way to multiply your leads. If you have variation products, don't skip on looking through the other variations. You can easily multiply. And that was just one. There's a couple more here that I'm pretty sure are profitable. This one's at 27 bucks. So the 1.5s, same thing here. They're in stock. All of this stuff is in stock. It's not that hard. You've got to take the time to look through the data. So top easiest way to multiply leads, go through the variation. So that was method one. Let me show you another super beginner friendly way to find leads for online arbitrage. And that's called storefront stalking. And this is basically we are letting other sellers do the hard work for us. That's a quote I should really put at the top of my page because I feel like I say it every single video. Let other sellers do the hard work. So we're going to open up a couple of other sellers that are already selling this product and see what other kind of products they are selling. So let's open up a couple here, and you're going to have to kind of tweak this to what works for you. And what I mean by that is a lot of sellers I've noticed, I don't know how they're making money. It doesn't matter. You got to find the right people to reverse source or storefront stalk, and that's something a lot of people don't really talk about on YouTube. They just kind of tell you to open everybody up and look through them, and that's a great way to start, but you really need to pay attention to what storefronts you are finding good products on consistently, and those storefronts you need to save them and stalk them weekly. Stalk them every week. So let's open up a couple of these and see. Here in RevSeller, we can see that this particular seller has got about 450 products, so we know they're making some money. First thing I like to do when I'm storefront stalking is I would look at the top brands that this seller carries. And we can see Nike's a top one here. They're really heavy in clothing, shoes, and jewelry. That doesn't help me particularly because I do not sell any clothing, shoes, or jewelry. If you do, that's perfect. Go check that out. So I'm going to skip this one just for the time being. And let's take a look at this one. Same thing, almost 500 products here. We know this guy's making some good money. And I noticed that one of his top brands is Foster Grant. Well, that's where we just came from. So let's let this guy do the hard work. Let's click on this Foster Grant here. And now RevSeller is going to only show us products in this storefront that are branded Foster Grant. So really easy way to go through and click into a couple. We can also see our max cost here, which is pretty helpful. And I know we were buying those ones for about 14 bucks. I'm not sure if this is one we've already looked at, but let's just take a quick peek. I believe this is the first one we started on. So let's see if we can find another one here. Let's open up a couple of these that I haven't looked at yet and just see if we can find them profitably. Let's check this one out right quick. Now this one's suppressed, so a little bit different, but it does look like it's still selling. Definitely not as fast as some of the other ones, but let's see what we can get these for. So they are 30 bucks here at Walgreens. I believe these are correct. The Iron Man, blah, blah, 1.25s here. We got them in stock at 30, $29.99. Don't forget our 50% discount, and we're stacking that 20 on top of that. And looks like this one we're probably gonna have to do a gift card as well. Just barely making the cut here, $3.45 profit, a little over 30% ROI. Maybe that's one to save and check back in on to see if the price goes up a little bit more in the future, but it does look very stable as far as the buy box goes, or in this case, no buy box, but is very stable. You can see the price over the past 12 months has stayed very consistent. I would have no problem buying a handful of these, sending them in, test them out, and see how it does. And that's another really important thing that a lot of new sellers skip over. They get really deep into analyzing their products and even over analyzing sometimes, and just making sure that everything is absolutely perfect. Nothing's ever going to be absolutely perfect with a product. Buy small, test, see how it goes, and then go from there, right? Buy 5 of these. We're buying them for 12 bucks a piece. So spend 60 bucks, buy 5, send them in, see how quickly they sell. If it takes a week to sell 5, well, now go back in and buy a month's worth of inventory, right? So buy 20. And if those sell in 3 weeks, now we know we need to buy more than 20. So use your own data and kind of tweak your buying from there. Your personal data from Amazon is worth more than any keep of data in existence, because what you can sell is unique to your store. So don't overanalyze. Find products, make sure they're profitable, check the Cupid chart, look for stability, and test them. Super easy. So that was method number 2, storefront stalking, and that was just a quick little glimpse of it. I've got some other videos back a little further in the page, deep diving on some heavy storefront stalking. Go check them out. But you can see this guy's got almost 500 products. So I'm positive if you went through his store, you could find more profitable products. So let's move on to method number 3. And this one is a little more advanced, but it's going to save you so much time in the future. This is a tool called Astro. Now, I've got a couple videos on Astro. This is just going to be a quick little tutorial. I've got some really deep dives back on the page, so go check those out. But Astro is a lead management software. So you can see I have a couple suppliers here. This is the Flip Finder one. And what I've done here is I actually upload all of the products that I find profitably into Astro. Now, that doesn't help you as a brand new seller if you don't have leads to upload, but what you should be doing is saving every single product that you find profitably, even if you don't buy it. And Astro is a really good way to source once you build that list up. So you see I've got about 250 products in this list, and that's not everything I have. That was just a little snapshot of the last couple months of products. And what we can do here is now in the future, let's say a month from now, I see that this Foster Grant brand is buy one get one free again at Walgreens, because I know Walgreens consistently recycles their sales. That's a really another key to being successful with online arbitrage, is learning the sales cycles. Know when you can buy products. But let's say a month from now, I get an email from Walgreens that says, hey, Foster Grant's buy one get one free. Instead of having to go back and kind of resource all of those products, I could just come into Astro where I've already uploaded those products and see all of the information. So what I can do here is I can stick a filter on all the products that I've uploaded to Astro, and let's filter it by brand, and let's go like, and then let's put in Foster Grant. So now instead of looking at 250 products, I'm only looking at the products that are Foster Grant, which I've already looked at in the past and I have saved previously because they were profitable. So now I can come in, and Astro has a minimum of 150 data points per product. So Astro knows what the buy box is. Astro knows what the rank is. It knows everything, which really makes my life easy because I don't have to come in and open all of these products on Amazon. So if you're just saving your leads in a Google Sheet, if you wanted to do this, you would have to physically come into your Google Sheet and open all of these ASINs on Amazon and analyze each one. Astro removes that. Astro makes it to where I can see all the data right here in one screen. I can see if Amazon's on the product. I can see what my competition looks like. I can see the sales rank. I can see my break even. I can see the buy box. I can see my profit, margin, ROI, and Astro actually gives me an Astro score, which is Astro's way of telling me I think this is a really good lead. So super time saver here, and let's just open up this first one just to verify. I think this actually was the one we were just looking at, the 1.25s that are suppressed. You can see I've saved this before, and it's just a really quick way to source kind of from your own leads, which over time, if you do this for months at a time and you save all of your leads and put everything into Astro, it makes sourcing so much easier in the future because you're only sourcing products that you've already found profitably, and this is really helpful once you start to scale up because like I said, when you find a sale that's going on, you can just come in and filter all your results, and I can click on each one of these individually and actually see the keep a chart as well. So there's no need to have to go back and forth from Amazon to find profitable products. I can see everything I need to see right here in Astro. We've got a really nice keep a chart, and Astro actually adds this yellow overlay. This is my break even line, and I love this feature. I can see how often this product drops below my break even, and we can see on this one in the last 12 months it has spent 90% of its time above that break even, which is what I want to see. We can look at our offer count. We can also look at sellers. We can see what kind of stock they've got. Everything you need to know is right here in Astro, so it's a really quick way to source products once you build that initial list, and you continue to add to it. So I just come in once a week. All the leads that I found that week, I upload into Astro, and it really makes sourcing a game changer. So check it out. I will put the link to Astro in the description as well. You know I got you covered. Here at Flip Finder Network, we have got the only exclusive discount for Astro right now. We'll give you 25% discount on your first 3 months. You got to use code FlipFinder25 off. I'll put all that information in the description. Go check it out. You're really going to love Astro. It is my favorite sourcing tool, especially once you build up that kind of base of leads to source from. Instead of spending hours and hours going through Google Sheets, spend 10 minutes in Astro. It's a game changer. So, top 3 methods right there. Beginner-friendly sourcing. If you need to scale your Amazon store, you have got to get good at sourcing, and this is how you're going to do it. So, number 1, check your variations. Number 2, storefront stalk. Number 3, upload everything into Astro. That way you make your life a lot easier in the future. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe. Throw me a comment. Tell me what you think. Did I miss anything? What's your favorite sourcing method? And join our Discord. All the links are in the description. Check us out. Go to the website, and we'll see you on the next one.